Anyway, moving on from talking about how popular Miles is, let's talk about how popular this woman's video about Lunchly versus Lunchables is. Now, I don't give a fuck about the actual article because I scrolled through this article. I didn't read it. I scrolled through to make sure it had the fucking video in it. And it did. It had the tweet that summarizes it. And if this video is too long, I'm gonna just go to the tweet.
This is mold.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that in my personal time. 20 minutes? Fuck no. As soon as I get off stream, I'm watching that. But as you probably see all over the screen, Lunchly has been recently getting clowned and called moldly. And this video is going to show you why.
That's mold.
Oh, well, yeah, that. But it wasn't this clip. It was a different clip. No, it was her page. Let me see. She's a content creator, so I don't have to worry about her retweeting porn or nothing like that. This one, no. Where's the video? There's some different shit I seen. There we go.
Lunchly to... I was shooting a video comparing Lunchly to Lunchables, and I opened the first package, which was supposed to be good until December 8th, 2024.
Which, by the way, she clarified it's supposed to be good until December 8th, 2024. Now, if you look right there above my head in this video, it says that today is Monday, October the 21st, 2024. Meaning, even at the time of this recording, even most likely at the time where you're watching this shit is supposed to be good for another 2-3 months. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's supposed to be good for all of November, most of December. All right? It's supposed to be good for a very, very long time. Keep that in mind while you're watching this.
And we just got this one. This was fresh from the store this morning. And there is a...
By the way, as of the time of this recording, Lunchly has been released into the public and has been publicly available for less than a month. Okay, I was considering if I went into a store or something like that, like a supermarket, and if I saw one of them, to get one of them and try it for giggles and shits, maybe throw it on my Instagram story, throw it on my Blue Sky or something like that. Which, by the way, my Blue Sky, I want to try and get it jumping over there, try and get it on that social media, see what it is, because that social media right now is way better than Twitter, and I feel like Twitter's about to have a big collapse if this block changes, gets this shit taken off the App Store. So yeah, go ahead, follow me on my Blue Sky. And if you're here from my Blue Sky, hi. Anyway, back to talking about this.
Of mold in there. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I was thinking that, maybe they would taste pretty similar, just, not have that best or better for you ingredients. And I was going to go over nutritional facts and things, but this is really concerning. So I just am pausing from filming just to take a little break to show this. And I have a fork. This is if I use this. But okay, I have a fork and I'm just...
Denise, a real one. She did it for the content. She was finna use that shit on her mouth.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That bitch is in there. That's not surface mold. That's why she dug in there to show you.
This is really dangerous.
Yeah. This is the type of shit that could get your business shut down by the US FDA. Also, one thing I want to say, and that I've commented it on a couple different posts, is one of the focuses and one of the goals of Lunchly is supposed to be a healthier meal. One of the things I want to say about that is one of the ways that they try to cut a corner and achieve that is by not putting preservatives in it or not putting the proper amount, as we can see. A lot of people like to talk shit about preservatives in food because they don't actually understand how preservatives in food work, and most of the time their viewpoint of it is from some Dr. Oz head ass type of show that isn't as good as Dr. Oz, with some fucking scientists on there trying to sell you some vitamin pills or some shit, telling you about how preservatives are bad in food, and sitting up there telling you oh, if you can't pronounce what's in your food, you shouldn't eat it, which is a terrible fucking way to live your life. Just going by, if you can't pronounce what's in your food, you shouldn't eat it. Nigga, look up what's in your food, because it's a lot of things on the back of that label you can't pronounce. But if I showed you what it was physically, or if I went to a store and pointed to it, you would go, oh wait, that's that? Like, nigga, sodium is salt. And when they do these shits, they have to specify basically on a chemical level what kinds of salts are in here. So whenever they add the different types of sodium bicarbonate, sodium blah blah blah, those are different kinds of salt. Salt is a food preservative. Now, I'm not saying all preservatives are good. There's always those times where they put preservatives in your food that fuck you up. But there's a lot of people that have this misconception that most preservatives are bad for you. Nigga, too much of anything, salt, sugar, fucking crack, penis, water. Yes, overhydration is a real medical issue that some people have to deal with. Too much of anything is a bad thing, all right? So you should be watching what you eat, period. You should be knowing what you consume, period. That being said, preservatives are put in this fucking food for a reason. Shit like this, and what happened to the pink lady? Y'all remember the pink sauce lady? Y'all remember the pink sauce lady? She sent out bottles of pink sauce, and them bitches had mold in them. They was blowing up because the mold, the gases from the mold in it inside the packaging was fucking the food up so much that it was developing so much mold, the pack would physically pop and explode. That's not a joke. That's not an exaggeration. That's something that really happened. Matter of fact, I don't gotta tell you. I don't gotta show you. And then recently, she even had her shit in Walmart. Yeah, recently she even had her shit in Walmart, and it didn't look the same. Pink sauce lady. Is this the FDA clip? Oh yeah, wait, hold up. I was about to say this kind of unrelated, but this shows you how negligent she was on a business end.
About y'all health concerns. My son is, go get your EpiPen, please.
What the fuck does that have to do with, bitch? An EpiPen is way different. Pink sauce lady. Okay, let me try pink sauce lady mold. Funny that my Twitter is fucking pink. Okay, there we go.
Fly right on those. I can't even respond to that. I'm just gonna let that one fly right on those. I'm gonna let that one fly. I can't even respond to that.
So there you go. That person saying their shit was rotten and moldy. There's another one. I don't remember the original video I saw. Shorty that looked like Akuma. Yeah, enjoy that. Let me see if I can find it on regular Google. No, not images, nigga. Video. It did have mold in it. I just scraped those parts out. Yeah, shorty, your insides look like they got demon fisted after that shit. Oh, this is the search results. Why is the tab quiet?
But couldn't understand what it was. And when everyone asked her what was it, she basically said sugar, spice, and everything nice. This pink sauce still scares me to this day because she was able to get away with selling a sauce that looked like this and told us to buy at our own risk because it wasn't government approved. And then,
which, by the way, is highly fucking illegal to sell anything that is food or drugs related and that isn't approved by them, because you could fuck around and kill somebody or send somebody to the hospital with a severe sickness, which is something that happened. But another thing I wanted to point out is that a lot of people who may not have seen this in real time may not have known this, but if you look at the color of pink different people's pink sauce bottles had, there's tons of videos you could look at on this, but not all the bottles were the same kind of pink. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, why does it matter if it's not the same kind of pink if it's pink? Well, if you're using the same ingredients in the same mix of the same perfected formula on everything would be the same type of pink. Think of it like this. Have you ever gotten regular, normal Heinz ketchup and it's been a different kind of red? The answer is either no, or it's slightly changed when they change the formula in such and such year. But all the bottles on the shelf, or all the bottles you could buy off of online, were the same fucking color. This is before she got US partnered with a bigger company and got approval. And these shits were different kinds of pinks. And even when she did partner with the company and get approval, them shits weren't even pink. They was yellow, but he might get to that.
And then people started ending up in the hospital because of it. This is Chef P, and oh, did she have a problem? She was selling sauce that caused botulism. It's okay, I didn't know what it was either. Botulism is a poisoning bacteria that was found in her sauce. Let me add that all the sauce was being made inside her house at the time.
Inside her crib.
Because
she literally was in her crib in a big ass pot whipping this shit up herself. She didn't have no type of factory connect. She didn't have no type of official assembly line. She didn't go out and buy an abandoned like factory or a big space and build a factory and start producing this or link up with producers. None of that shit. She was in her crib throwing ingredients in a pot with a big ass spoon, doing this, tipping this shit over, putting it in emptied out ketchup bottles or empty ketchup bottles she bought off of Amazon. So that's what I want you to know what he means when he says this shit. She was whipping this shit up in her crib.
Noticing that their bottle of pink sauce wasn't even pink. It would come out a different color.
Oh yeah.
Her reasoning behind it was the bottle was getting too much light. And in a lot of cases, the sauce would literally explode by the time people got it because of the bacteria from her ingredients.
Which I talked about.
What it tastes like, because I know I was. The taste is basically sweet and sour sauce mixed with ranch. But
don't care.
She had to stop selling this stuff because she would have ended up in either a class action lawsuit or jail. That's when she teamed up with a real company.
Oh yeah, I told this.
But right after this, claimed she was scammed out of all the money and had to start a GoFundMe because she...
Nah, shorty didn't read her contract.
Found out she wasn't actually scammed, but instead just spent all of...
Oh yeah.
At this point, the company wanted nothing to do with her. And you can actually find the...
Oh yep.
Nowadays sitting inside a dollar.
This is what I was talking about. Oh yeah, that's another part. Basically, over time, they started discounting her shit more and more till, like he said, it was in a Dollar Tree. But look. This shit on the side has a bright pink, well, I don't know, that's kind of dark, but it has this bold ass pink logo with the word pink, big ass font across the side. Now, I understand that, as long as y'all aren't colorblind, I understand that not everybody is like a trained artist, so they may not be trained to understand all the colors of the color spectrum. So what I'm gonna do for you, just in case you can't see how that looks wrong, let me do this. I'm gonna search, no, not that. I'm gonna search the color pink and I'm gonna bring it down here. Do any of these fucking shades of pink, look like that? Do any of these shits look the same color? Any of these shades of pink in this damn picture, do they match this? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the answer is no. Because none of these shades of pink, nigga, this pink, the person pink doesn't even match the shade of this bottle. This shit is straight yellow gray. This shit look nasty.
But if you thought this,
which is funny timing.
She just came out with the blue.
Bitch ain't learned her lesson.
You guys ain't hear what happened to the pink.
She ain't learned her lesson. She ain't learned her lesson. But yeah, a good video. I think I could like it. Nope, I'm not logged in. Fuck it. I attempted. But yeah, as you can see, a similar situation happened with the pink sauce lady, where she was running around serving meals without the proper shit in it, didn't have the proper goddamn preservatives, and it fucked her over in the long term. Is this the tab I added it in? Nope. Anyway, let's go back to skimming through this article. YouTuber Rosie P of Nerdy Nummies fame recently made a video to compare the two products, only to discover moldy cheese in the first mini lunchly pack she opened. The snacks consist of ingredients for little mini pizzas, Mr. Beast Feastable chocolate bars, which he obsessively makes sure are neatly stocked on store shelves. That's to promote their article. And Logan Paul and Kissy's Prime hydration drinks, the energy version of which some senators think are what? So y'all putting shit that niggas is saying, hey, it might be too dangerous for kids to drink this? What? What? Wait.
Serious health concern.
Okay, hold on.
One of the summer's hottest status symbols for kids is not an outfit, it's not a toy. It's a
Say word.
But buyer and parents beware, because it's a serious health concern for the kids it so feverishly targets.
By the way, if I'm not mistaken, I saw California in here, right? Control F, CALI. No, it wasn't California. That's even worse. Cause California, they're quick to ban some shit out of nigga food. Shit, you can't even buy certain like common snacks like Dorito, like red Doritos in California because of their laws when it comes to like different foods and stuff like that. So nigga, if this shit is getting flack outside of California, nigga, that is clip. You're fucked. You're really fucked, pal. Let me see.
Parents beware.
Oh, nah.
Because
It's not saying a specific place, but still.
kids it's so
Let's say word.
And the problem here is that the product has so much caffeine in it that it puts Red Bull to shame. But unlike Red Bull, it is specifically targeted. The advertising campaign is targeted at kids.
First off, for those of y'all who don't know, it is horrible. Caffeine is fucking terrible for your body a lot of the time. A lot of situations, your body doesn't really need caffeine. That's number one. So caffeine's not that good for adults. It's not an entirely death sentence. You're not gonna get cancer, kill over, and die the second you drink a cup of coffee and no shit like that. But caffeine isn't that good for your body. It's one of those things that in small doses, A-OK, thumbs up. In small doses in moderation over like periods of time, A-OK. But for kids, for people under 18, for people whose bodies are still like in those vital developmental phases, there's a reason why kids don't drink coffee. And it's not just because, oh, coffee is only for adults. It's a drink only adults should have. Boo-boo, we're trolls. No, it's because caffeine can seriously fuck up a kid's body. You're telling me that Red Bull, a drink that at one time you had to have an ID to buy because there's small amounts of alcohol in it. It has more caffeine than that. And Red Bull is a straight up energy drink. Well, Prime is an energy drink too, but Red Bull is supposed to be like a small boost energy drink. Prime is supposed to be like a sports energy drink. That's fucking crazy. You're marketing, first off, I didn't even know Prime was an energy drink. I thought that shit was just regular old juice. That's fucking crazy. I don't know if this is a line that they specifically have or if all Prime is supposed to be an energy drink. Maybe I'm a dumbass. Let me look it up. Maybe I'm a dumbass. No, let's open up a new tab. What is Prime? Prime is a range of sports drinks, drink mixes, and energy. Okay, so that's one line. That doesn't make it any better, but that just clarifies. Y'all get, it doesn't matter though. Y'all giving kids energy drinks that got more caffeine than Red Bull, my nigga. And you're claiming that's the healthiest option. It's not healthy to give kids caffeine at all because they don't fucking need it. But it's like, god damn, like bro, you're a child. First off, even if that shit didn't fuck up your body's ability to develop, what are you finna do? Run a marathon and do 100 push-ups at 10? Nigga, sit your ass down and go play a video game.
Releasing a letter this morning asking the FDA
Go play soccer with your friends or some shit.
Prime for number one, its claims, number two, its marketing aimed at kids, and number three, its eye-popping caffeine content.
We as physicians are very concerned.
That nigga fiended out off the Primes.
Amount of caffeine.
That nigga drink Primes like it's Galaxy gas.
Children and teens, headaches. It can give them jitters, nervousness. It can interfere with the sleep cycle, which is so important to the development.
That's anything sugary. But like, yo, you telling me y'all niggas is drinking Primes and getting real drug addict effects? And y'all niggas is like, yo, let me go to the store and drink another one. Like, I had parents in my life that were somewhat health conscious. So at that, and I also have ADHD, emphasis on the H. So I wasn't allowed to drink any energy drinks off that. But even if I didn't have ADHD with the emphasis on the H, what the fuck? What do y'all niggas be needing energy to do in school? Like, real shit, bro. I have ADHD, emphasis on the H, and I still fell asleep in music class despite being a musician because our teacher was fucking horrible at teaching music to me specifically. Well, I mean everybody in the class except if you've been in a music class with one of those old school traditional music teachers, you know what I mean by except. But still, it's like, bro, if I, the person who has max energy, can still fall asleep in them classes, drinking that shit ain't gonna prevent you from falling asleep. The teacher's shitty teaching style is what's putting you to sleep. That energy drink is not gonna help you stay awake. And even if it does help you stay awake, you're gonna be so cracked out and faint the fuck out that you're just gonna be sitting there bouncing around. You're gonna be noticing everything but the board. Shit I have to deal with on the natural. So I'm basically always in a caffeinated state, so I'm qualified to talk about this. Just in case you're sitting there like, what? How the fuck do you know? You don't drink caffeine, bitch. I have ADHD. Literally, a doctor told me, like, explained it to me as the way you are is basically if you give somebody a cup of coffee every hour, but you don't have to drink the cup of coffee to get those effects. Okay? So I'm just naturally an energetic person that's moving around and doing all this stuff. The way I act and the amount of energy y'all see me put into these streams and stuff like that, I naturally have that energy. I don't have to try. I don't have to set aside time to rest, and I don't have to work out and do stamina and all this shit to have this energy. I naturally have this energy. Part of the reason why I work out is because I have so much extra energy for no fucking reason, and I might as well put it to good use. Part of the reason why I make TikToks all the time is because I have ADHD and I be wanting to move and do something, but I don't really be having nothing else to do. So I say, fuck it, I'm gonna pull out my phone and make a TikTok. Okay? So just to clarify on that part. But yeah, it's like, bro, you're essentially drinking this shit and giving yourself ADHD that's going in an effort to pay attention just to still not be able to pay attention. It's like, yo, bro, the fuck y'all was drinking energy drinks for?
Common sense science, we've seen it happen before, that when these products are marketed and advertised in this flashy, cool way through influencers and celebrities,
True.
First audience
True.
listening that is ready to purchase in whatever way they can purchase are kids.
And one thing I want to highlight, I'm gonna run it back. I want to see if y'all notice it, and I'm gonna play it again. Then I'm gonna explain.
Marketed and advertised is important to the developing brain. And we also know, again, common sense science, we've seen it happen before, that when these products are marketed and advertised in this flashy, cool way through influencers and celebrities, the first audience that is listening, that is ready to purchase in whatever way they can purchase are kids.
One thing I want to highlight is that shows me that she actually knows what the fuck she's talking about is she said the first audience. Now, there's a lot of people who sit there and swear to God that you can't do anything that involves fun after you hit the age of 18. There's even people on my spam TikTok, which I don't give a fuck if you follow. There's people on my spam TikTok that see me make videos of me dancing, get a study, whatever, and they're like, grown man, by the way. It's 2024, bro. It's like, yeah, nigga, I know it's 2024. When y'all niggas is suffering from brain rot. Y'all think that everybody that makes TikToks gotta be fucking 16 years old? Like, y'all think that after the age of 18, life just can't be fun anymore? A nigga just can't have fun dancing? Niggas suffer from brain rot over there. But like, she's not sitting here assuming that they're just trying to sell poison to dumbass kids. She's saying that that's the first audience, not the only audience. It affects adults too, but our concern are the jitteries. Well, in this situation, literally the jitteries. These fucking crack addict, prime addicted kids.
Aimed at kids called crime.
I didn't even fucking know that. So not only, because I've been called Cap. I've been called Cap when this shit first came out. And I said, there's no fucking way you're going to put a bottle of Prime in a chocolate bar in your shit and call it more healthy than a Lunchable when they put a Capri Sun and a piece of candy in their shit too. No, that's not gonna happen. So I said that, number one, but not only are they putting juice and candy in there along with some other bullshit, barely nutritional food that's just full of preservatives so I could get to you. On top of that, this shit is like crack. They're giving these niggas coffee. They're giving these niggas a miniature bottle of coffee and chocolate, and they're saying, yeah, bro, this is good, ain't it? This is nice and healthy. It's gonna hit the spot. This is one of those things where I always preach. People, it includes a prime hydration drink, not the energy drink. Still, you're giving these niggas a bottle of hydration drink. Bro, give these niggas a bottle of water. Too many of these jitteries are taught at a young age to like all this sugar and juice shit too much. Now, I'm not saying you should never drink sugar juice or none of that, but like, bro, a lot of people are addicted to sugar and they really don't realize it. They really, really don't realize it. Like, it's not until you eat at a healthy food place you start to realize that most of the shit you eat is either salt flavored or sugar flavored. You don't realize it until you start paying attention to what you eat. You don't realize that a lot of those bottled smoothies you could buy are sugar flavored until you go to the crib, you get an apple, some strawberries, bananas, kiwis, whatever the fuck fruits, throw it in a blender and drink it. Nothing added into it. It's only then you realize, damn, where the flavor at? It's right there in your face. The flavor you're looking for is sugar because that's what you're used to. When you go to those sugar smoothie spots and they ask you honey or sugar, you should be telling them neither, because telling them honey or sugar is just telling them, do you want sugar flavored sugar or honey flavored sugar? That's all you're really doing. Number one. Number two, it's like, yo, pay attention to what the fuck you eat. Scrutinize what you eat. It is okay to eat whatever the fuck you want, as long as you do it in moderation. Because just because you big backed, that don't mean you fat. But just because you big backed, that don't mean you fat. Just because you not big backed, that don't equally mean that you're healthy. All right? Just because you're skinny, that does not mean you're healthy. Okay? Just because you're not anorexic, your normal body weight, that don't mean you're not healthy. Okay. So, where are we going? Recently made a video. The snacks consist of ingredients for little mini pizzas, blah, blah, blah. I read that. Her gross discovery might be bad for the Lunchly brand, but it was certainly great for the content. This is molded, she confirmed after opening packages. The packs, we just seen that. This is not saved at all. This is, that's another great point. So, I don't want to be that person that says every kid is stupid. I'm gonna put it like this. Not every kid is stupid. Not every kid is unaware. But there are some dumbass people walking the earth, whether they're 10-year-olds or 20-year-olds or 80-year-olds, right? And even if, let's say this kid is smart, but let's say this kid doesn't have the greatest vision, and they went to the store with mommy, daddy, whatever, bought a little Lunchly, and they in their room watch YouTube, and they open this bitch up with their bad vision, and they eat this mold. Now this kid is all over the room, and you don't know why. So just to give some perspective, but to read what she's saying, this is not safe, especially for kids who are young. They might not know what mold looks like and just eat it. This is a fucking fact. I remember everybody has that friend in elementary school that would eat something out the trash for a menial amount of money. Whether it's give him a quarter, he'll eat a half-eaten Pop-Tart out of trash can, give him $1, he'll pick up that lollipop that was on the floor and lick it. Everybody in elementary school at 10, 12, well, not 12, at like 8, 9 years old knew somebody like that. Or if you didn't know them, hey, you just realized you were that person. But still, like, yeah, that's definitely true. Even if they don't eat it themselves by mistake because they don't know better, they can fuck around, feed it to another kid, and now that kid, like I said, all over the goddamn place and nobody knows why. As a parent of a 5-year-old who recently attempted to take a swig of a nearly empty juice bottle that had been discarded by the curb in front of our house for nearly a week, I can confirm that kids will try to do the dumbest shit. I didn't see that part of the video, but yes, that is very true. Like I said, not all kids are stupid, but stupid people walk the earth, and some of those stupid people are kids and are more likely to be kids. I just want you guys to know I did not fake this. She said the original intent of the video was to go over nutritional facts and differences between the two brands and some blah blah blah. I did not expect this. You can cover the mold with pepperoni. That's nasty work. Look at that shit. If you, like I said, if you're a kid, or even if you're just a person with low vision and you've seen this, you might not. What the fuck? Oh wait, no. Go over some. If you're a kid or you're a person with low vision, you might not be able to see this. You might just eat this shit by mistake. And like I said, I don't know why. Cause you ate mold, bro. That's why. She's seemingly not the only person to discover mold in her lunchly. A few other alleged incidents of FDA violations cropped up online in video posts that also went viral. Let's see. This is not going well. Oh shit. Even this got mold in it? No, fuck that. Nigga, the sauce got mold? So this means you just put no preservatives in the fucking tomatoes. Because like, nigga, if you put a little bit of salt in tomato sauce, it just doesn't mold. This is a fact. This is a fact that I know. If you put a little bit of salt in that bitch, it just doesn't mold. And video, let's see what this one is. And they link in different posts. Okay, you're gonna load? Okay, there we go. Yeah, get that shit out of here. Look at that. The cheese got mold, bro. Let me run that back so y'all can see it. The cheese, look, again, the cheese got mold. They showing you while playing this shitty ass song that the cheese got mold. Let's see, is this video post one thing? Oh my god, another fucking post? Look at that. Look at that. Oh wait, no, we've seen that one already. That's the other one that they linked. Also went viral. Let's see. Molded my lunchly, nice. Oh wait, no. That's somebody reposting that on r/KSI. Oh shit, but those problems are less well documented. It's still not clear if the moldy cheese in lunchly is common enough problem to be deeply concerning. If it's a problem at all, not gonna lie, concerned. I consider myself concerned. I was gonna buy one of these shits for shits and giggles. No. Or just the standard edge cases that crop up when food gets damaged during transport. How the fuck did that shit get damaged? Because you can't blame it on liquid. Because if it was something where the packaging was in a wet environment where it encouraged mold, first off, the shit is sealed and in a plastic container. Moisture is not going to go through that plastic container like that, number one. Number two, even if it does, it would have to get through the box first. The box would have been wet and all kinds of fucked up and crinkled. Showed you pictures of the box. They showed you footage of the box. The box didn't look like it had water damage. Just the cheese looking like it had mold. And that water damage that went into the cheese would have fucked up the glue seal a little bit. So when they tried to take the damn peeling off, the whole shit would have flew off because the glue would have been fucked up and out of place. Just an observation I made. Lunchables has certainly had its own issues with moldy cheeses over the years. Yeah, but they weren't made by KSI and built off of the brand of we're better than those guys. So what did her investigation turn up regarding non-moldy Lunchables, which are $3 a box, and Lunchly snacks, $4 a box? More expensive, but they're allegedly the healthy option, and allegedly more healthy things cost more. She basically found that both contain ridiculous amounts of saturated fat, sodium, and added processed sugars. What did I tell you earlier before we even got to this? That's another one. That's one I forgot. But actually, no. Fat is really just most of the taste you're getting from fat. A lot of the time is salt because they're adding salt on top of the fat. But like she said, it's mostly saturated fat, sodium, and sugar. What did I say earlier? Most of the foods you eat are flavored with sugar and fat. This is a fact. Unless, like I said, go to the store, buy one of those already pre-bottled smoothies, look at the ingredients and the flavor. If it's apple, banana, go get an apple and a banana off the shelf. Go to your local farmer's market or whatever, your local produce section, get an apple and a banana. Throw that bitch in a smoothie. Taste the bottle smoothie first, that's apple banana flavor, then taste the smoothie. That shit's gonna taste drastically different. They add a bunch of extra shit in there. You can effectively make your own version of either snack by throwing some fruit crackers and cheese in a plastic bin for about the same price. Although, where's the old RNG fun in that? The Lunchable debacle caps off for shingle controversies, blah, 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 blah. And that's her video, which, like I said, y'all could go, yeah, look, there you go. All you gotta do is search Lunchly mold and I'm pretty sure shit will pop up. But it's a couple more things I want to go off to. And actually, since we're talking about things that affect the kids, let's look at whatever the fuck this is. Oh, first, let me get my tissue. If it's even over here. It is not. Oh, wait, it is. I gotta get a new one, though. Even though this shit is all type of crinkled up because it was in my bag, so it don't look new, but it is. I enjoyed that ASMR. Shit. Okay, jokes aside, let me take myself a sip of water. And another thing I say on the stream, not to make fun of anybody, but to help people who watch my content and truly don't understand. Oh wait, no, that's the theme song. Who watch my content and don't understand what I mean. I have been saying for the last couple years that majority of the people who have like a cell phone or whatever the fuck have $1,000 machine in their pocket, that they $1,000 computer in their pocket that they have no clue how to use. Now, if you want to read this full article, there you go. There's the full link. This was written in 2013, so this was way before I ever said this shit. But I saw this the other day when I saw a post on Twitter. I should have saved the original post, low key, but I saw a post on Twitter basically where somebody was trying to praise their girlfriend and call them smart or whatever, and they mentioned building a PC. And one of the things I always said is, it's crazy that people think it's complicated to build a PC, because the hardest thing about building a PC is finding a fucking screwdriver and twisting it. Unless you don't have hands or some shit and you can't twist a screwdriver, it's really simple. Watch a guide. It takes 15-20 minutes. The hardest part is between putting in the IO shield and screwing a screwdriver. It's not that difficult. And even the IO shield, after you do it for the first time, it's never going to be that fucking hard again. Anyway, I saw this article. I saw that tweet, and in the tweet, they were saying the building a PC has the most effort to impressiveness ratio, because you screw a screwdriver for 15 minutes and you screw a screwdriver for 15 minutes straight, and people think you're some type of god that could build Mecha Godzilla all over again, flesh and blood included, and you're some type of god tier engineer scientist that could design buildings in AutoCAD by default. No, nigga, I just want to play Apex Legends and I know how to do this. But one thing I wanted to highlight about this article was there was a section where he was describing different simple ways that people don't know how to use a computer. Know how to use a where's the section? Okay, where is it? okay, this section here where he was talking about different things that he experienced. So just to let you know, the person who wrote this article, basically they're at this time of when this article was written, I'm assuming, because they said they've done some addendums, so I don't know when or how significant, but at the time of this writing, to be assumed by what I read, they said they were a computer science major for a college, and they were going over their experiences of that, talking about how a lot of people in this day and age don't know how to use a computer, because for his generation, a lot of them had parents that were baby boomers and shit like that. So computers was newfangled technology by the time it came out and got modernized and popularized to be on a household level. And for my generation, a lot of us have concerned parents that just know the internet can be dangerous, computers can be dangerous and whatnot. So they just give us a bunch of lockdown browsers and shit like that and just say browse the internet, but you can't touch any of the internet. Or they are so scared that they're gonna fuck up this expensive computer that they basically let kids use a lockdown version of the computer that lets you do one thing. What I wanted to highlight, like I said, is a section where he was describing different experiences of people not knowing how to do simple shit on computers. And what I want you, the viewer, to know is that statistically speaking, it's more likely that you're very, I don't want to say technologically savvy, but at the least, you're technologically literate. You can reinstall Windows and you know how to do this without moving the mouse. Mouse is in the middle of the screen. You know how to do this. Oh, wait, shit. Yeah, let's do it like that. You know how to do this without moving the mouse. You know what this is. You know how to download shit like this. Wii USB helper. You know how to download Wave Century. You know how to install EGS. You know how to work Fightcade. Hold a gun to somebody's head and say you have 30 minutes to get into an online match on Fightcade. Watch that motherfucker most likely struggle to open up the internet software if you don't have Edge or Google Chrome. I promise you, if you don't have Edge or Google Chrome, that motherfucker is very likely to struggle. Because Fightcade isn't really easy to use. Shit. Bonus, if you really want to filter out people, hold the gun to their head and tell them to set up an emulator in RetroArch. It doesn't matter what emulator, set up one of them in RetroArch and get a game running. Bet you that nigga gonna die. If you teach IT or wait, so what do you teach? She asked as I worked on her presentation. Basically, he was fixing somebody's presentation that didn't work on a computer. Computing, I replied. Oh, I guess these days you must find that kids know more about computers than the teachers. If you teach IT or computing, this is a phrase that you'll have heard a million times, a billion times, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I exaggerate, but you'll have heard it a lot. There are variants of the phrase, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Johnny will be a natural for A-level computing. He's always on his computer at home. The parents seem to have some vague concept that spending hours each evening on Facebook and YouTube will impart by some cybernetic osmosis type of magical fucking instant transmission of knowledge type of process that a knowledge of a PHP, HTML, JavaScript, and Haskell would just import into your brain. Now, even though people who are technically literate are watching this video, only two of these things I know are HTML and JavaScript. Couldn't code in neither one of them. I only know them because of video games. Minecraft and Flash games in particular, respectively. Minecraft, JavaScript, I know like that game you could recode certain stuff, and HTML, because a lot of Flash games transferred over to HTML. Normally, okay, he mentioned that. Where's the other part? Okay, this is the part. All right. Now, this is the part where I want to read through these experiences. I'm going to just read them. I'm not even going to go through and explain them because this dude did a perfect job of explaining how fucking crazy these cases are if you even have ever touched a computer. A sixth former brings me his laptop, explaining that it is running very slowly and keeps shutting down. The laptop is literally screaming. That bitch is running a track race. The processor fans are running at full speed and the case is uncomfortably hot to touch. I run Task Manager to see that the CPU is at 100%, which you can activate with Control-Shift-Escape. Fun fact. press more details, go to performance. You don't even have to go to performance. Press more details. You see where the CPU is running. Typically speaking, if your CPU is running over 50, you're fucked. Like, you're doing something wrong. I run Task Manager to see that CPU. Oh, most people press Control Alt Delete to use Task Manager. I forgot about that. Most people don't even know you can press Control Shift Escape. I run Task Manager to see that the CPU is running at 100% despite the only application open being uTorrent, which incidentally had about 200 torrent files actively seeding. Now, I'm not going to go too deep in explaining what torrenting is, but just understand downloading 200 torrent files, having 200 torrent files actively seeding at the same time is like, imagine if you tried to connect 200 phones to your Wi-Fi and you tried to stream Netflix in 4K on all of those devices at the same time and expect your Wi-Fi to run at any type of decent sort of level. I look at what processes are running, and there are a lot of them hogging CPU and RAM. What's more, I can't even terminate a single one. What antivirus are you using, I ask, only to be told that he didn't like using antivirus because he'd heard it slowed down his computer. I hand back the laptop and tell him that it's infected. He asks what he needs to do, and I suggest he reinstalls Windows. He looks at me blankly. He can't use a computer. A simple process, by the way, takes 10 fucking minutes. All you need is a USB. Can't do it. A kid puts her hand up in my lesson. My computer won't switch on. My computer won't switch on. She cries out with the air of desperation that implies she's tried every conceivable way of thinking to make the thing work. I reach forward and I turn on the fucking screen. The screen flickers to life, displaying the Windows login screen. She can't use a computer. All she had to do was turn the screen on. Let me repeat that, just so y'all understand the situation. She turned her computer off and on, off and on, off and on for probably like 10-15 minutes, turning the shit off and on, making it boot up, boot down, boot up, boot down, risking corrupting and fucking up a bunch of the files on her computer because she didn't turn the screen on. Let's keep going. A teacher brings me her school laptop. Bro, this thing won't connect to the internet, she says angrily, as if it was my fucking fault. I had tons of work to do last night, but I couldn't get online at all. Which I don't. The way he spells online and he puts a dash in it pisses me off. Online at all. My husband even tried and he couldn't figure it out, and he's excellent with computers. I take the offended laptop from out her hands, toggle the wireless switch that resides on the side, and hand it back to her. Neither her nor her dumbass, blind-ass husband can use a computer. A kid knocks on my office door, complaining that he can't log in. Have you forgotten your password? I ask, but he insists he hasn't. What was the error message? I ask gleefully, hoping that maybe I could get a simple idea of what the problem is and fix it in 2 seconds like always. And he shrugs his shoulders going, I follow him to the IT, Information Technology suite. I watch him type in his username and password. A message box opens up, but the clicks OK so quickly that I don't have time to read the message. He repeats this process 3 motherfucking times, as if the computer will suddenly change its minds and go, oh, my bad, gang, I ain't know it was you. Let me just let you into the computer real quick, gang. On his 3rd attempt, I managed to get a glimpse of the message that pops up. I reach behind his computer and I plug in the Ethernet cable. All this nigga had to do was this. This is not an Ethernet cable, but it's the same fucking process for if you're using an Ethernet cable. All the nigga had to do was reach behind the computer, find the hole, and do that. That's all his ass had to do. Nigga, he don't know how to use a computer. When it comes to computer, he's dumb as shit. A teacher brings me, I'm gonna highlight the paragraphs I'm reading. A teacher brings me her brand new, whatever the fuck was the latest in 2013, iPhone. The previous one having been destroyed. She lost all her contacts and is very upset. I asked her if she'd plugged her old iPhone into her computer at any time, but she can't remember. I asked her to bring in her laptop and iPhone. When she brings them in the next day, I restore her phone from her backup that resides on her laptop. She has her contacts back and her photos as well. She's happy, but she can't use a computer. Let me read on. A teacher phones my office, complaining that his laptop has no internet. I take a walk down to this dumbass nigga's classroom. He tells me that the internet was there yesterday, but today it's gone. His desktop is a solid wall of randomly placed Microsoft icons, which, by the way, stop putting shit on your desktop. That's why your computer runs like shit now. His desktop is a solid wall of randomly placed Microsoft Office icons. I quickly try and explain that the desktop is not a good place to store files as they're not backed up on the server. But he doesn't care. He just wants the internet back. I open up the Start menu and click on IE, Internet Explorer, and it flashes to life with his homepage displayed. He explains that his internet used to be on his desktop, but isn't there anymore. I close IE, Internet Explorer, and scour the desktop, eventually finding the little blue E buried amongst some PowerPoint and Excel icons. I point to it. He points to a different location on the screen, informing me that's where it used to be. I drag the icon back to his original location. His dumbass is now happy. He can't use a computer. Let's keep going. A kid puts his hand up. He tells me he's got a virus on his computer. I go over, hoping that I don't have to go look at him beating his shit off to the meanest case of porn I've ever seen. I look at this nigga's screen. Displayed on what his web browser is what appears to be a Windows XP dialog box warning that his computer is infected and offering some sort of free malware scanning and removal tools. He's on a Windows 7 machine. I close the offending tab. He can't use a computer. And those are all the examples, and he goes on to speak about like what his theory is, but I just really wanted to read that and bring that up to let y'all know that even though these cases happened in 2013, yada yada, this is stuff you could still run into in this day and age. And I know this because I worked in a computer lab in either 2020 or 2019, and I've had similar, it was the beginning of 2020, and I've had similar experiences to this where people couldn't do basic shit on a computer. I remember there was one time I was working in a computer lab. Somebody said I need to get on the internet and write a resume. I said, okay, cool. Do you want to use Microsoft Word or do you want to use Google Docs? She said, hey, whichever one is easier. So I said, okay, we'll use Google Docs. She was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I was like, cool, I got you. I'm gonna teach you. That's my job. That's my job. That's what I like doing. So I was like, open Google Chrome. Mind you, Google Chrome is on the damn desktop. Biggest shit icon. She was like, how you do that? I was like, you know what? Cause I understand that everybody's technologically literate. Keep in mind, Shorty's no older than 25. Shorty look young as fuck. She was probably my age at the time, like 20, 19, something like that. Shorty's no older than 25. At the worst, if she just really got good skincare, she's no older than 25. So I'm like, okay, all you have to do is take the mouse, click Google Chrome on the screen. I point to it on the screen. I say, all you gotta do is take the mouse and click Google Chrome. She looked down and said, I don't see no rats on his desk. What the fuck you mean take the mouse and click it? Like, in my head, and I swear to God, that's what she said word for word. In my head, I went, nigga. Oh my God, there's no fucking way that you said that. But on the outside, I have to remember a lot of these people. And at the time, the computer lab I was working in was in a homeless shelter. So I was like, I have to remember a lot of these people don't have regular access to a computer. So something like picking up a mouse may not make sense. And then as I learned later on, it's not just people who are homeless and don't have access to computers. People walk around with these computers in their fucking pocket 24/7 and don't know how to use them. Use these bitches every day and they don't know how to use them. As a couple of these examples show, people whose professions rely on using a computer every day don't know how to use a computer. And that's not to make fun of people or put people down, just to clarify. That's just something I want to show to notify people and really get the idea through your head. Bro, people genuinely, most people are not technologically literate for one reason or another. Now that we're done speaking about about how some people lack technological literacy, let's speak about something that it takes a bit of technological literacy to understand. News Corp, which that can't be the real name of the corporation, because that sounds like some type of evil parody corporation that you make up to put in like a fictional story. But News Corp sues Perplexity for ripping off WSJ, which stands for Wall Street Journal, and New York Post. News Corp, the parent company of media outlets like the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post, is suing the AI search engine Perplexity for infringing copyrighted content, which I will say Perplexity is connected to the internet. Matter of fact, desk, sit. Perplexity is connected to the internet, and recently I've been trying to get into using that over like ChatGPT or Copilot or, God forbid, shitty butt Gemini, because Gemini is genuinely, like, out of all the AI services I've tried to use, Gemini is legitimately the worst, because that shit is consistently wrong. Gemini, you could ask Gemini, hey, what's the best method to, I don't know, stretching your body out, and it'll tell you to eat rocks or some shit like that. Like Gemini comes up with some of the most unimaginably dumbass advice and answers ever. So it's to the point to where now that I know how bad Gemini is ChatGPT, but even fucking worse, because Google, the company that has access to all the websites with the information and the links to it, can't make a fucking program that accesses those websites and probably use the information. Is fucking crazy to me. So whenever I see Gemini, I just scroll past it, because that shit is ass. Perplexity, on the other hand, was the best one. Hopefully Perplexity doesn't turn into another Grok that's just there and exists for no fucking reason. News Corp alleges Perplexity copies news articles, analyses, goddamn, that word will whoop my, and opinions on a massive scale, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. Perplexity is an AI startup that trains its search model using content from around the web, allowing it to respond to users' queries with a summary, blah, blah, blah. If you know how AI works, that's how it works. If you want to read it, pause and read. Fuck you. In addition, I don't know why I said fuck you. That's just an aggressive nigga in me. In addition to accusing Perplexity of reproducing some content verbatim, which, yes, the way that AI generated content works is going to reproduce shit verbatim, but is it spitting out everything verbatim, or is it quoting verbatim? News Corp also claims Perplexity can falsely attribute facts and analysis to the company's outlets. That's a concern, because you could probably say some wild shit and say, oh yeah, Wall Street Journal said it, and it's like, whoa, no article in Wall Street Journal has ever said that. Sometimes citing an incorrect source, and other times simply inventing and attributing to plaintiffs' fabricated news stories. Yeah, one problem of all these AI programs is the simple fact that a lot of them use any news outlet they can find that contains keywords, and they chop it up and spit it back out into a way that the user can understand. The downside of this, though, is sometimes it pulls from sources like The Onion. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the greatness that is The Onion and how it unintentionally became a good way in fighting against shitty AI, The Onion is a parody. Oh, I got caps lock on. The Onion is a parody news website where they make all types of funny fake articles about the news, just something for parody, something for you to laugh at. Wait, is this the real Onion? Because I don't know what this shit looks like anymore. I think this is the real Onion. Oh yeah, this is The Onion, because this is some shit they would say. Report finds Americans need to cut emissions by 3% in order to tell themselves they did their best. Woman feels accomplished after finishing holiday weight gain early. Brett Brazier asks Harris to prove she's moving forward by handing her baseball bat, wheeling out caged Biden. Emotionally distant husband would rather watch Stargate SG-1 than have honest conversations about Stargate SG-1. Just in case you don't understand how much of a parody outlet they are. Let's click on the holiday weight gain one, just so like something that's obviously a parody, so you can see how much of a parody this shit is. Patting herself on the back for staying ahead of schedule, local woman Ruby Batcher, which this could be a random ass stock photo and this name could be made the fuck up, reported feeling accomplished Friday after finishing her holiday weight gain early. Usually I put it off until the last minute, but this year I've already put on all my extra weight for the holidays, said Butcher, I said Batcher first time, my dumbass, who added that looking for ways to fill out as early as September had allowed her to make sure every pound was already accounted for weeks before Thanksgiving. Halloween decorations are still up and I'm already feeling snug in my jeans. That is shit. I'm feeling American as a motherfucker out this bitch. It's a huge relief to be able to check this off my to-do list. No stressful 11th hour plumping for me. I can put on my sweatpants and relax while I cuddle up with my husband and be the big girl that gives him all the warmth that he enjoys while the rest of the country procrastinates and then has to scramble, overdoing it on carbs in order to finish on time. At press time, Big Bitch Butcher reported feeling frustrated that the extra 8 pounds had also been noticed and remarked upon ahead her family's schedule. Let's read some more of this shit. Trump releases skull measurements from whatever the fuck that says. Oh wait, it's continued. Is more? Oh wait, no, this is the next one. This nigga, they got an article about this nigga Trump releasing his skull measurements. That never happened. That never happened. Trump accuses Kamala Harris of lying about having a job at White House. She's currently the vice president. All of this is parody. Brett Brazier admits he made a mistake letting Kamala Harris speak. No politician would ever say that outright. Brett Brazier asks Harris to prove. Oh wait, we read that one already. But as you can see, these are clearly parodies. And just to see how fucking bad Gemini is, let's see if it fails this check. Did Trump release live test? Let's see if Gemini is ass. Oh, it didn't pop up. Whoop, 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 whoop. It didn't pop up. Okay, Gemini's getting better, I guess. But yeah, the point is, oh yeah, look, even right there in the description, The Onion is an American digital media company and newspaper organization that publishes satirical articles on international, national, and local news. The company is based in Chirac, blah, 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 blah. Point is, even on Google, they say the point of this newspaper is to be a parody. There are many situations where I've seen AI reference Onion articles and link those articles too. But yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. Perplexity is a startup that lets users, quote, skip the links to online articles, which News Corp alleges drives customers and critical revenue away from those copyright holders. The same thing that competition does. I can understand why they would be mad at something like this though, because we're not seeing all the shitty Google AdSense ads on their website, but I use AdBlock, so I'm not going to see them either way. Fuck you. In addition to accusing Perplexity of reproducing some content verbatim, they allege that it can falsely... Oh wait, I read that part. Over the past months, several news outlets like Wired and Forbes have accused them of scraping content without permission, bypassing paywalls, yeah, because fuck your paywalls, and even plagiarizing written work. How's it plagiarizing if it... You know what? I don't know the full extent of what they're talking about, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up on that one. Last week, the New York Times, which is also suing OpenAI, sent a cease and desist letter to Perplexity asking it to stop using its motherfucking content. Perplexity has started paying some publishers destroy their content, including time and fortune. Excuse me. News Corp is asking the court to force Perplexity to stop using its content without permission and destroy any database containing its work. They can lie and say they did it. Ain't no judge gonna run down and check. The Verge reach also, there are some facts that no matter what database you got them from are still gonna be true. So all your technically all they have to do is just not cite you as a source. The Verge reached out for Perplexity with a request and they didn't comment. Perplexity perpetrates, they're doing copyright infringement, god damn, that harms journalists, writers, publishers, and News Corp. Yeah, that's fair. But I would argue this is one of those things where you're just somewhat going out of style. Your revenue is going to change drastically. Robert Thompson, the CEO of News Corp, said the Perplexity, what? Whatever, has willfully copied copious blah blah blah. They're basically saying these niggas stole our whole flow. Is this supposed to be the document? I'm assuming it's supposed to be the document. It's just the website is not loading it properly for whatever fucking reason. But yeah, I thought I would get some more interesting things to talk about. But yeah, that is very true. What they're saying, what they're alleging is very true. Now, I don't remember where the fuck I saw this. I saw a trailer or something like this for this game and something about it getting a demo. And I wanted to see a gameplay trailer on it and see what this game talking about. See if the demo's worth trying. Up the grid. I would play that song, but copyright.
What's up, Cobra fans? Welcome to Cobra's Corner.
He ain't talking to me. I'm not a Cobra fan. Let's see what the gameplay looks like.
Not this, but actually this.
Now, what the hell is that?
It's not playing around on the screen. We do have ex-Navy SEALs coming down. We need the best of the best. Anybody can play. You just gotta be brave enough to take a bullet. Kilo Kitty wants to know if it hurts. Man! Of course it hurts.
I seen this game today. It was called Delta Force. No, we're not playing that. By turning on that trailer, I saved myself a significant amount of time. I'll dedicate a stream tomorrow to playing Rivals 2. Today I want to play Until Dawn. Where is my faded PlayStation controller? Main screen. Control Shift Escape. We shall now close Opera GX. Which I just realized I should have had hardware monitor open. Whoops. Let's go. Turn some music on for a second. Turn on hardware monitor. Yes. Yeah, I literally don't need to see shit over here.